Okay, so here we are, another attempt. For some reason, it says that I'm live streaming, but I go to my channel and check it out, and I don't see anything. I don't see any comments by any of you also, so it's really weird. Really weird. I can't access my channel, I suppose. So if any of you can place a comment, I would help, but because the sound is okay, everything, but I take a look at my channel and nothing. Okay. Apparently it takes a while. Yes, apparently it takes a while, so we have Magnus here. Great to see you, Magnus. But I'm dropping frames. I just can't. I'm dropping a lot of frames here. Sounds great. I'm going to try to walk around. See if I don't drop any frames. I can see your comments now. So it's a double-edged sword. If I use the system that it's more reliable, can't see any comments. And if I use this one, which I can see the comments, it drops like crazy. So let's see what happens. Let's just walk around the tables. Many of the companies are already here, but they're still setting up. You got Do It Games here. They have a couple of tables. They're playing Hegemony. And I'm going to try to move slowly. Those are the tables of Do It Games. It's a company in Barcelona. They did last year Downfall of Empires and Downfall. ¿Cómo está, José? And Downfall of the Third Reich. We have Trafalgar Editions. They're setting up over there. So all these tables here are tables, each company has 4 tables. And we got Groucho. Great to see you, Groucho. And this is a game, this is Bellica 3rd Generation. They have a game about the Spanish War of Independence. That is against the French, Napoleonic times. It's a block game. I saw it last year. It looks nicer this year, apparently more polished. So that's a good sign.
There's going to be a nuclear launch there.
A nuclear launch?
And it's going to be amazing.
Okay, we'll check it out. And what they're playing here is each player participates in this game. So there's 240 players. They divided. Each player belongs either to the Warsaw Pact or to NATO. See if we can get a take a look at. So for example, this is called Checkpoint Bellota. So you have a map of Berlin. You got East and West Berlin. And you have the Warsaw Pact. Red is infantry, yellow is armored units. You have NATO in blue, infantry, and purple, they're armored units. And you have objective spaces, are those that have the yellow border. And this was designed by Asier Rojo, you see him there. He's there in the middle, very active. It's going to be a nuclear strike, tactical nuclear strike now.
En alguna red social ponéis una foto de esto con el hashtag y tal,
Sí, ponerlo.
el registro de opinión pública mejorará a nuestro lado.
Claro, que si no, la bomba atómica se Venga.
Y si tenemos al Master of Jamón, nos lo pasará, ¿no?
Hombre, claro.
Una foto de grupo antes de hacer nada.
Venga, que haga la foto del primer pepinazo.
Los 5 causantes, toma.
El primer pepinazo, mira, tira nada.
No son los causantes de la primera reacción nuclear.
Primer pepinazo atómico.
He's going to roll a die for the atomic die roll, Crisanto Lorente of Trafalgar Edition.
Americano no anda con tonterías.
Vale, ahora. Tienes que decidir en qué punto queréis tirar la bomba.
You got to decide, okay, where the nuclear
Hala, fuera del tablero.
Y ahora,
were destroyed, but now he has to roll against public opinion. Public opinion is big here. Because you use a tactical nuke, so
alto, bajo.
Fuera de la red.
Alto.
Pon el
Un
hashtag.
4 es una herida. Es 1 de daño, ¿no? Sí. 1 es un punto de daño.
third time we're lucky so far. Yeah, I'm not moving too much. So every player has their. Let me see if I can show you mine.
No, en esa no. ¡No! ¡Ey! Ah, no, eso está bien.
Gracias.
No vamos a pagar ninguna.
Vale, aquí.
So every player has their tag, and I have a 5 because I've gone to 5 bellota cons. So I can use the 5 points like operational points, or I can play the event.
Vale, entonces, el recuento ha habido 3 bajas por la bomba atómica.
There's 3 losses for the A-bomb.
No, ahora mismo voy a arreglar.
So NATO has been using
Que estaba dañada y ha sido destruida.
1 casualty on the Allied side. That's an armored
Ha
unit.
herido a todos los Sí, ¿vale? Pero los puntos realmente
I don't know the rules very well, but you can see the score there, the Warsaw Pact, 6, NATO 5, I'm in the Warsaw Pact. You can see there my tag there, that Juego de Tornillos. Wonder what that event is. So you can make a play each day once. So each player makes a play. You can add your points to another player, or you can, and then make one play, or you can play the event. So the guys that have come to all the Bellota cons, they have the tactical nuclear event. So that's I haven't gone to all Bellotas. And we have here Francisco Sanchez Torres. Great to see you. Thank you. And we have also Eric. Battle ready. Great to see you, Eric. So far we haven't dropped too much frames. So, perdón. Adelante. Let's see what's going on. They have to roll for. They use tactical nukes, so they have to check out the public opinion. So,
Exactamente. ¿Qué pasa? Ahora, como él ha puesto una publicación en Twitter, Facebook o Instagram, haciendo hashtag de bellota, bajáis un punto en la opinión pública por cada participante en la operación. En este caso, 5. Vale. Así que
okay, so they lost 1 point for each of the participants in the turn. So they lost 5 points. So it was a tactical nuclear attack, but they lost a lot of points in public opinion. You can see the Warsaw Pact has a better public opinion rating. I'm going to show you the track over there.
No, solamente con las operaciones, ¿no?
Sí, mientras se juegue el evento, la bandera se queda.
Solo con las operaciones.
Solo cuando las
Aquí tenemos 5
dice
ya.
aquí, es
You can see there, this is the public opinion track. Es el track de opinión pública, ¿verdad? Sí.
Claro, hemos jugado 5 tíos.
You can see the Warsaw Pact. They place a U.S. flag because the U.S. played a turn, so that encourages the Warsaw Pact to come and play because they can get 1 extra point for playing now.
5.
Hoy ya.
Lo que pasa es que
Hoy estamos metados ya.
¿sabes lo que pasa? Que lo que veo es que si encadenan varios americanos
Este evento solo se puede jugar. Si la otra, este evento solo se puede jugar, el evento de 5 solo se puede jugar. Si la otra es contra los 2 somos el
Let me place.
En este caso controláis 1 y controláis 2. Son 2,
Tres, el tercero
Bueno,
también.
2 o más.
De
Si
hecho,
con 2 me vale.
los míos vienen de Francia.
Playing an event now.
El jugador elige 3 espacios en el mapa.
Player picks 3 spaces.
tienen que estar unidos.
Nada, porque han hecho el...
They don't have to be contiguous spaces.
Si entonces que tira por cada una de las
Sí, perdóname. Tira, ahora lo apellido.
Mira, una cosa, ha desaparecido mientras nadie en un checkpoint.
Se fuera.
Claro, hay que meter ahí infantería, como sea, ¿no?
Ya, pero yo voy a
Trying to
preparar-
control the game. No, the object of the game, try to control as many victory spaces, the ones in yellow.
Elige 3
You see there.
espacios en el mapa.
Vale, pero ahora los yankees que tengan nivel 5 os preguntan, porque no lo saben. ¿Está la Fuerza Aérea Rusa patrullando? Es decir, ¿algún jugador de Berlín Oriental con nivel 5 ha venido aquí a jugar y a patrullar durante 2 horas de tiempo real de convención? Porque si estuviesen patrullando, yo solo podría elegir un lugar.
Claro, exactamente.
Como no están patrullando,
I gotta read the rules. But I know the
No, porque la patrulla
it's tied 6-6.
el jugador soviético de nivel 5 viene a empezar la patrulla.
So it's the only game that you have 240 people playing. I have to play my turn later on. So let's walk around a little bit here. So here they're playing that Napoleonic War game, Spain. And I wonder what this is. This is El Ebro. And this is one just designed by Jose Negrete. He designed another game that is in the lineup of NAC, which is about the annual disaster, the Reef War that hasn't been published yet, one that I'm taking a close look at. This looks like a block game of the Republican offensive, 1938, Spanish Civil War. No, this is not that game at all. This is not El Ebro. Scratch that. This is a game about the Carlist War. This is David Gomez Reyoso's game. Why did I think it was El Ebro? Okay. Totally different war. No, totally different war. And here they're playing Tanto Monta, just recently published by GMT, and also in NAC War Games lineup. Hola, Carlos. This is so NAC War Games. You can see here. He's going to publish it in Spanish. It's been released by GMT in English. Got a 4-player game going on here. It's Tanto Monta. And some other games there on the table. And here we have another game by the designer of Tanto Monta, Carlos Díaz Narváez. This one was published last year. This is The Charge of the Three Kings, La Carga de los Tres Reyes. And this is one that I'm taking a close look at, The Planet King. It's about Philip IV of Spain. It's 17th century. Saludos. And here you see some games that you see people play in many conventions. I played this one too. This one is Brotherhood and Unity. And now I notice there's another room back there where people are playing games. I'll leave that one for last, just in case we lose the signal. I'm going as slow as I can. This one is Le Marchot. It looks like a French point-to-point game, small game. Juno, this is Juno in Portugal. This is going very slowly here. And this is, of course, Paths of Glory, which is a classic. We got two games of Paths of Glory going on at the same time. And they're playing Fire in the Lake here. This one, I think. This one is we're in Buka land here. This is a game that's coming up in their lineup. New Cold War multiplayer game. Looks like it's card driven. This one, I saw the prototype map last year, and of course the map now is much nicer. And we have another table here. New Cold War. And on this side we have Sound of Drums, Swiss company, and they have their ALAO games. You can see the ALAO game here. You can take a closer look. The map has like a white palette because I think this is a winter battle, so Napoleonic. We'll be taking a closer look at that one later on. And we have the boss here. We're setting up. What is this, Patrick?
We're just preparing some latest components for a space game.
A space game?
Yeah, that's not the map. That's
Oh, I see. That's a.
the map.
Oh, this is the map. Okay. Now it's more like it. Okay. Okay, we'll be around. We'll be around. Keep. You're assembling the space game there. And is this what, World War I?
No, that's background. Napoleon.
Oh, background? Okay. Okay.
It still requires substantial work.
Okay. Well, we always get to see them first in the cons, and then we see them when they come out.
Not the moment. It's not set up yet. So.
Okay, I'll be checking those out. Let me continue. Now the game Red Strike. Look at that box. Huge. So we got their games. Red Strike, Bismarck, Traces of War, Donnerschlag, Task Force, 1914, NAC Paris. This one looks like it's in the Traces series. Reading the rules over there. Red Strike, playing one of the small scenarios. Plantagenet, somebody playing Plantagenet here. Got some more tables back there. See how many frames we dropped? Well, dropped a few. Imperial Struggle being played here. Ardennes. Sí, ¿cómo estamos? ¿Cómo está usted?
Bien, otro año por aquí.
Sí, sí, otro año más. Estamos aquí.
Alegro de verte.
Igualmente, igualmente. Gracias. That's Ardennes too. That's MMP. And we have Kike Espárrago and Spanish ulcer. Buena, buena. We checking this one out too. Brotherhood and Unity. Played this one at Consume World. It's a great game, great 3-player game. So we have another room here. This is Europa Universalis. I think they're...
O bien, robas tantas cartas como las descartadas menos una de aquí.
Espera, quita la mano.
O, en lugar de ser robadas, si es una de las 5 primeras del descarte,
And Churchill.
acorde al...
¿Cómo va eso?
¿Qué tal por Barcelona?
¿Están en la primera conferencia? Ah, espectacular. Uno encuentra unos músicos de primera en cualquier callejón allí. Eso es como surreal.
En Sevilla es estupendo, ¿no?
Sí, también allí la pasamos súper. Es que España es increíble. Siempre me gusta venir todos los años. Bueno, que disfruten. Enjoy. Acá que tenemos. ¿Cuál es esta? Reconquista. ¿Quién publica Reconquista?
Lo estamos conociendo.
Edge. Ah, yo nunca he visto ese.
No tenemos muy buenas expectativas.
La hopes are not high, pero así a veces mejor porque después dice, oye, no era tan malo, the game wasn't that bad, you know. Okay.
No vas a poder pagar a tu gente. Se te va a arreglar todo.
So let's see. Legion War Games here? No. No. I mean, American companies, there are no American companies here. You got VUCA from Germany. You got Fellowship of Simulations and Nuts Publishing from France. Then the other companies are Spanish. That's NAC, Dracoideas, Headquarter, Trafalgar. This is Phantom Fury. This is one that went out of print, highly regarded, and see if I can get a copy. I don't know if they brought copies. I think that it looks like they're still, there's a paper map. Looks really nice. So, Phantom Fury. So we're in the area of Nuts Publishing, and this is their fairly recently published Nineveh. It's a combat action there at Mosul. And this one, never seen this one before. Oh, Italia, this is nuts. This is their big Italy game. I think Justiguard has always been keeping an eye on this one. This is operational World War I combat in the Alps. See there, I'm trying to get rid of the glare there. Udine. It's a very nice map. Of course, these are proofs because they're not the finals. And you have the order of battle cards there. My pleasure, Eric. And AJ doesn't like paper cards. Well, I think they're just paper cards when they're playtesting the game. I mean, if the final game has paper cards, I'm with you. I don't like paper cards for final product because they're going to deteriorate quickly. So this is from Nuts Publishing. Arthur. El Port Arthur está disponible todavía. Ese juego ya lo venden, Port Arthur.
Lo hacen ellos Nuts en inglés y Draco en español.
So Nuts, which is a French company, let me see, publishes the game in English, and Draco Ideas, which is a Spanish company, publishes the same game in Spanish, right? Okay, so I'll be picking one up anyway, so. ¿Ustedes lo han jugado antes? Have you played it? They're gonna play for the first time. I saw it last year. Everybody was playing it and having a good time. One of those little games that does a lot. So I hope you enjoy it. Que lo disfruten. So here we have more from Nuts Publishing. This is Co-ops Unis pour la Victoria. This is my Puerto Rican French. Oh, Stalingrad Roads. This is out. This wasn't out last year. So anything with the word Stalingrad, I'll buy. And here we have the back. This looks like I guess this is Operation Fall Blau. You see there, Stalingrad is about 2 hexes. Mapas, I like paper maps. I can live with paper maps. So Stalingrad Roads, I may pick this one up. Oh, here's the map. And wrong orientation. Not to try to move too much or we drop some frames. Here we are. So you have here, see there, Rostov and Stalingrad there. The rule book here. So let's see. I think the Peloponnesian War. Let me see. Here's the box. Sparta. See what it says in the back. Athens or Sparta to dominate. Looks like it's very playable. Has cards, has Saladin here, hegemony. Oh no, they're playing. This is Never Surrender. Oye, Hola Arthur. This is a strategic World War II game. And here we have Hegemony. I saw this one last year, the designers there. So first and second Punic Wars in one game. And Philippe Thibault from the international team here. This game is Mohicans.
And that's it. That's the only difference. The rest are the same. The activation, the supply.
Small Wars, Mohicans.
And the victory position are the same.
Let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Hi, Joe.
Hello, Philippe. How you doing?
We're fine.
This is a new game.
Yes, I'll explain quickly. Keith here is from Canada.
Oh, nice, Keith. Nice to meet you.
He's a game developer with me. We developed this game as a computer game.
Oh, okay.
Which will be released this summer. It will be on Kickstarter next month. And we decided that it would be nice to have also the board game version. So we make a board game from the computer game.
Oh, I
with
see.
The same rules, and so that the people can have both, and they play the same way.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So
This is
the
French and Indian War, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And
So,
so we try to make it that it's a fast-to-play, simple game that you can play. Let's say probably in 2 hours. You can absolutely make sure you make it. There are only a few turns, 2 turns per year, and very few units. So it should be rather easy. And the whole purpose of the game is to simulate the Indian raiding and small war.
oh, okay.
And so when you play the French with the Indians, you have a lot of many small item units that are good in woods but not good elsewhere. So you have a different way of fighting. So both sides play differently.
So
It's asymmetrical warfare.
Oh, okay, I see. So the Indians have their strength, I guess, in the woods and.
Exactly. When you play Indian in the woods, you have the better dice. When you play regular in the field, you have the better dice. So it all depends where the battle takes place. The problem is that when you want to capture some victory location, you have to go through the woods to get there. So you might be ambushed.
The asymmetric nature is captured by the fact that the British, at the time, the British colonies had 2 million people, and the French had only 60,000. But the French had many indigenous allies.
Oh, I see.
So the French are fast, rapid, and they're on the defensive.
And the British have that are slow, but I guess if they catch the Indians in an open battle, it's going to be bloody for the Indians.
Yeah, the Indian would be devastated.
Yeah.
But they can withdraw quickly also. So if they survive the first volley, they can survive. The trouble for the English is that moving them costs a lot of their activation points. So they have strong units, but moving especially through the Indian trails will be very slow, while the Indians move for free.
Oh, I see.
So the French are very few troops, but very agile, and they move all over the place, while the British are very strong troops, but they have only a limited number of points to move them, so they have to make choices where to attack and how to build up their forces. And the whole thing, where are the countries, by the way?
They're still in the box.
Yeah, the advantage of the British will be that they have a lot of historical regiments, militias, and they can build forts to protect their supplies. And the French can raid the different places to prevent the British from being supplied from them. And the key of the game, one of the key of the game, is the powerful 6 nation tribes, the Iroquois, because they are neutral. And depending on who is going to, they feel who is going to win, they can side with the French or the British.
Oh, so they can side with any.
And they are very strong Indians compared to the other Indians, so they have a lot of advantage. And what we have added as an optional rule, there is a gameplay with the reinforcement from Europe. So you have a mini game in the game where you try to bring troops, the regular troops from Europe, and then you have a very easy way to move your squadrons with reinforcements. You make very quick battle on the sea and see who is going through the Atlantic to reach things.
So you have like a mini naval game that has an impact on the number of troops that come from the mainland.
Yeah, exactly. If you manage to get through your troop convoy, you get 5 regiments. But if it's a privateer, it's only 1 regiment.
Okay.
So depending on what you manage to get through, and there is a slight difference. The British has 2 warship squadrons, while the French has only 1. But the French have the privateers, the British don't. So
it's like a cat and mouse.
Yes, exactly, because when
British
you
have the advantage.
You put your squadrons, you put them on the river side, where you don't know who is what. So there's a cat and mouse game, exactly.
And time is on the side of the French. The British have to take Quebec and Montreal, or they'll lose.
Okay, so the French have the British have the onus of the attack then.
Yes, and the British cannot make too many risks, because if the French manage to keep any one of New York, Boston, or Philadelphia, or even Albany, they win. So the British must also, which was the historical situation, protect the land of their people from the French raid.
Okay, sounds great. And you told me that this is coming out soon. A Kickstarter?
We will have a Kickstarter in February or early March.
Oh, okay.
With both the computer game, which works the same way with the same look, same elements, and the computer and the board game. And my plan is to manufacture the game this spring, when I have enough orders, so that people can get it in summer. And and it will be a quite reasonable offer. And the game we have been developing on computers since 2 years, so we know the game works. So we are happy. At the same time, it will be available on Steam as a computer game that you can play also with Steam Deck and console.
So you can play against AI in Steam?
Yes. Yeah, we already have the AI working. On during a Kickstarter, there will be a demo that you will be able to download and play the game against the AI.
Yep.
And you can play multiplayer as well, or you can play hot seat with your friend on a console.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think it will be a good success. And that's our flagship, so it's our partnership with Canada. And myself, I'll have other games, also computer and board games, especially this one, the History of Spain, which will come also this year.
Okay,
all of them will be made in Europe because we are against going to the other side of the world and paying millions of transport. We can get reasonably good price in Europe and have the game like in 3 weeks instead of 3 months.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So
that's
the quality looks very nice.
Yeah,
it's very nice.
This one was originally a war game from 1983, a Canadian war game called Moog, from a company that has disappeared since 40 years.
Canadian simulation?
No, it was not them. It was Olic console, but it was the same kind of guys at the same time. That is 40 years ago. And I spoke to one of the designers, only one out of the 3 then, and the other passed away. And the guy made the agreement with me. He's probably like 70 or 80 years old. So it's a very old game, but
it's a fresh look at an old game. I like that. I like.
It's a tribute. They are credit to say who did the original design,
yes.
But the game was different. You find it on Board Game Geek, like Moog, the Indian tribe, and then you will find it. And this one is a reprint and revision complete of the game that was published in 1993 by Azorich. But I've redesigned completely the map and the nations and the goals, so it's totally different. And this one will be, I'm looking for a Spanish publisher. It will be in Spanish as well. Okay. I have already the rule in Spanish, but I need to improve them. Hello.
Okay, so it looks.
Okay.
Well, looks very interesting.
Yeah,
take a look at it when you set it up. Yes.
People can try and play it later during the convention.
Okay. Well, it looks very interesting. The name of this one is?
No, this one is Small Wars.
Small Wars Mohicans.
Yeah, Mohicans.
And what's the name?
Tribe.
Small Wars. Is that?
It's the Pequeñas Guerras. I mean, the tactics of the guerrilla.
Is that like a series that you're?
Yes,
that
because this is the first one.
Oh, okay.
And the next game will be probably on Vietnam or Spanish guerrilla during the Napoleonic warfare. We don't know yet, depending on what the public wants.
Okay.
But it's the start of a collection. And that's why
that's
we
great.
have this logo,
I'm a Small Wars fan. I like one board or less.
Yes, that's the idea. This one, we put it on purpose. It's a very wide. We could have done half the size, but we prefer that players have size. And the design decision was like the 2 players play side by side, so they have the same view.
Okay.
Like if they were playing on the console on the couch. We want to reintroduce the same, gameplay logic or feeling. You see, we have done very big counters. They are very big, like 2.5 inch, so that it's very consistent. You don't like these tiny things that pile up forever, which is quite good.
Yep. On the video game side, the whole concept of 2 guys or 2 people on a couch playing the game, it's a very rare thing in strategy games, especially with a console.
Yeah, it's all one player all the time, right?
One player all the time, or only online. And,
it's good to play against somebody else. So when you're winning, you just,
Yeah, exactly.
The trash talk and all that.
Drinking beers on the couch.
That's the idea, and it plays fast. Okay. We are even we will propose during Kickstarter options to have faster games, slower games, tactical battles if they want. So there will be a lot of variations. The idea is to have a very simple core rules and game. If you take the rule of the game, like here, it's only a few pages.
It's better because it's shorter.
Yeah, it's better to show in this one.
Few pages.
Yeah. And everything is here. I made a translation in Spanish.
It's a great introduction for people who want to start in war games.
Yes, I think for young generation that want something quick, simple, funny, original, because very few people know about the story.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Our target initially was the North American market, but I think there is a good potential for Europe as well.
Okay, great. So this is small wars, Mohicans.
Yeah,
It's volume number 1.
Is number 1.
And wish you the best of success, and we'll be keeping an eye on it. And it's a beautiful game, and if it looks nice, it televises well too. So
Sure.
so it looks very nice, very nice. And
You are kindly invited to play anytime you have free time. I know you're very busy.
normally
I know
I'm
you-
just
you never
videoing
stop.
for people. Yeah, but thank you, Philippe, and
Yeah,
best
thank
of
you,
success. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too.
Okay, take care.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. So you have activation points, and you move your stacks by spending points. And
Okay, so here we're back at my neck of the woods here. You see, I couldn't see your comments, but I can see them now. Let me put the selfie cam here. Oh, so Jay Field, you finally joined. I'm taking a break. I'm sitting down for a little while. There's people setting up games. I got a signal for somebody from NAC Wargames. My pleasure, my pleasure. I really like covering these. This morning we had some wrinkles, but hopefully this one is not bad. It hasn't dropped many frames, so I'll be taking a short break. It is, what time is it here? And because we've been going on for 43 minutes. Oh, you lived in West Berlin 16 years, so you must know all these places. Checkpoint Charlie, it's right in the neighborhood. Let's take a look at what's going on that map. That's the, what's the situation now? Because I know they've dropped a couple of nukes there, so the board is, it's not as many. Oh, the Soviets are not doing well. Yep. So you have, they're in Spanish, you have the Gatao airport there, the Teufelberg station. So Checkpoint Charlie is empty. So West Berlin is firmly in hands of NATO, except for the Tiergarten. There's 2 units there. I know they christened one of the units the Stuka company. I don't know where. Maybe they blew it off the map. It's one of the red blocks. And here we see situation in the north. So that's the situation. Current score is 9-6 in favor of NATO. Esa es la puntuación, 9-6. And public opinion, the Warsaw Pact is doing better. You got 10 points. NATO have been using a lot of nukes, and people don't like that. And the weather is rain. These are offensives. You can use points to launch an offensive. You have to use points to move that block off the track. And to bring in new units, you have to use points to move also a block off the map. For example, for the Soviets, it would be 5 points for infantry, 7 for tanks. So take a look at NATO tanks, require a lot of points. And infantry requires 6. So you can bring in more Soviet or Warsaw Pact units. So it depends on how each player uses their points or they use their event. The guys that have come to all the bellotas, they have the nuclear tactical option. And apparently they've used it early. I don't know what those round brown discs mean. Okay, so that's the situation. And we've been at it for 46 minutes. So I'm going to take a break. And we'll be covering more of the BellotaCon, hopefully with no technical issues from now on. Where's the... Here we are. So, thank you guys for showing up, and I hope you like the coverage. And as I always say, this is Stuka Joe signing off for now. Thanks for watching, guys.